Aaron, what is our first main topic today?
Our first main topic comes from Jeremy Flowers. Hi, John. I hope Rob is there. He is, because I want to ask about Picard Season 2. I was really surprised to hear that it's going to premiere on March 3rd, because didn't they just have a shutdown production? Didn't they just have to shut down production due to COVID? I'm super happy, though, because as a Next Generation fan, I totally love Picard Season 1. Do you think that it can make the March 3rd date with the delays? And what are your expectations for Season 2?
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yeah, listen, there's a difference of opinion in this room. I love Picard Season 1. I thought it was great. I am like you on that. And like you, I was also kind of surprised when I heard that they have now a release date for March. Because we just talked about not long ago about Picard shutting down all production because like 50 members of the crew got diagnosed with COVID, so they shut the whole production down. Well, here's the thing about that. They weren't shooting Picard Season 2. They're already shooting Picard Season 3. And they're actually already back and on schedule and shooting. But yes, Picard Season 2 is coming in March. This comes to us from the folks over at Screen Rant who write the following. Paramount Plus has finally unveiled the release date for Star Trek Picard Season 2, and it's a bit later than initially expected. Following a thrilling first season, Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, and his crew will return for a new, vastly different adventure on Tuesday. Paramount Plus revealed just when fans can expect Star Trek Picard to return to their screens. Thursday, March the 3rd. Episodes will release weekly on Thursdays. This is a bit later than the initial February timeframe Paramount Plus gave last fall, but it's so close to then that fans will likely forgive it. The streamer also confirmed filming is still underway on Season 3. So once again, what we're talking about here is the shutdown they had with Season 3. I didn't realize that at the time. I actually thought they were still shooting Season 2, to be honest with you, even though they had put out the teasers for it and everything. And seeing John DeLance coming back as Q is always makes my heart feel happy about that. I don't know. Like, living in the era that we live in right now, delays is not a surprise. I mean, we expect delays to happen. Why they're pushing this just from February to March, I don't know. Clearly, there's probably some kind of strategy to it. Discovery is in a hiatus right now, and they may have moved the date to coincide with that. So that might be a part of the strategy there as well. So look, all I'll say for myself is I am very excited about Picard Season 2. I didn't even realize, I probably read it before and didn't know, but I didn't even realize they had greenlit a Season 3 and were already in production about that. So I'm excited to hear about that. But other than that, yeah, that clears up the confusion that they were shooting Season 3 when they shut down, not Season 2 coming in March. Rob, I mean, we live in an era right now where it's nothing new. Every day we hear about things being moved. You know, release dates being moved, production schedules being bumped. Not a big surprise. This is a very small move from February to March. Were you aware that they were already shooting Season 3? Yeah. And what do you think about the choice of the release dates and everything now?
Well, you know, I think these also are there's a lot of post-production involved in the creation of these shows. So they brought back Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy, the animated series, to show more of those, and they sort of gave Discovery a bit of a buffer to continue the post-production on this season.
Right.
And when Season 4 of Discovery was greenlit, it's my understanding that a Season 5 was also greenlit.
I didn't realize that.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds had a 2-season order to start with, and then Picard had Season 2 and 3 as well.
By the way, can I just mention this? I have not watched Strange New Worlds. Is that the one with Janeway with the animated?
No, that's Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Strange New Worlds.
I did check that. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, well, that doesn't debut yet. So Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds is the Enterprise.
Yes.
Right. No, and I am looking forward to that.
You've got Lower Decks. And
Lower
Prodigy.
Decks I hated. I saw the first little bit. I hated that. I haven't checked out this Prodigy thing. Because I think it looks stupid. I've heard some people say they actually kind of like it.
I will actually say.
Have you watched it?
I have. Of all of the modern Star Trek, I kind of like Prodigy.
I guess I got to check it out.
Now, you know what? I think it's beautifully made. My problem with it fundamentally is that I think that the main characters in Star Trek should be human beings. It's about humanity moving out into the cosmos. This is not that. It's directed more towards children, and it's more of a Guardians of the Galaxy-esque kind of a feel, really. But it's not bad.
Okay,
I mean, I know people are gonna be like, I have something good to say about modern Star Trek. Well, Prodigy is of all the modern Trek shows, I'll watch it. But I think that there's a lot of Star Trek on.
Let me ask you this, and I don't mean to sound morbid at all, because I think we all agree.
Well, I feel that I've been morbid about Star Trek since 2009, but
But I think we all agree that Sir Patrick Stewart is a global treasure. I think we'll all agree about that. Could the fact that they're already in production on season 3, does that have anything to do with Patrick's age? Do you think that just the fact that, like, we don't know how long, how many more years Patrick can have a very heavy, active shooting schedule and stuff like that, and we should probably get this while we can?
Well, that could be, but I think that it makes sense. These are very, very expensive shows to produce, and starting and stopping becomes expensive, and I think that it makes more sense they rolled right in from season 2 into season 3.
Right.
And I think that makes sense for a show like this because the post-production is so long. And I mean, also Patrick Stewart, they have to get him insured. So that could be part of it. Like it is called Picard.
But I mean, Aaron would know this, like shooting a series. Like it's one thing to shoot a movie, an actor would go on set for 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Shooting a series, that is a rigorous, like heavy schedule. And like I don't even remember how old Patrick Stewart is right now, but the fact that he's not only shooting,
I think he's in his 80s now.
He's in his 80s, shooting series TV and shooting like seasons back to back. I mean, that's got to be a lot for anybody.
Right, of course. But again, remember, these are not seasons like in a procedural where you have 22 episodes. These are, 8 to 10 episode seasons. And, similarly, like with Mr. Robot, for example, they block shot the entire season, meaning that let's say there were 10 episodes in a season, they shot all 10 episodes as if it was a massive 10-hour movie. And so even though, yes, season 2 of Picard is already in the can, and they're now shooting season 3, as Rob was saying, financially, it's fiscally responsible if you know that you're going to have, once they did the first season and they saw the fan reaction, they went, okay, we have a hit on our hands. This is not one of those shows that really is going to be dependent on the numbers every week.
Right.
So they go, okay, we know we're going to have 2 more seasons. Let's just go ahead and greenlight it. That way we can front load a lot of the, more financially, some of the more costly items. I don't think that I don't think that Patrick Stewart's age so much has as much to do with it as just the fiscal responsibility of, cramming it all together. And also, to be honest, as an actor, or as part of the production in general, it does make more sense to squeeze it all together and then have a longer hiatus. I would rather work nonstop for 6 months and then have 6 months off versus working for 4 months, have 3 months off, go back. And because that also allows people during that longer hiatus to do films, to do other projects that they are interested in. And interestingly enough, what I read last night. Terry Matalas, who was the showrunner for 12 Monkeys and a procedural last year, I think it was like Hawaii Five.
He took over on Picard.
Yeah, he took over for season 2.
Okay.
And Terry Matalas was actually the assistant for Brannon Braga, the creator and showrunner of Star Trek Enterprise.
Which was your television debut.
My television debut as prostitute number 1. But yeah, so I
What episode?
It's all connected.
the Carpenter Street episode.
It's all connected.
Yeah. So Terry Matalas, it's great. I was really excited when I saw that he was going back to his Star Trek roots. It just sort of makes sense. And of course, he would be such a great person to lead the show.
And you know what?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Now, here's the thing. I've said for a long time that the best thing on the internet for the last couple of years is easily the Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds fake beef. Like that can go on forever as far as I'm concerned. Prior to that, the other greatest thing on the internet is Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart on their travels. When
they're broing down together.
When
all
they're
over.
out in like the phone booths and they're on the bridges and they're out drinking. That is like the greatest thing in the world to see. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think? We got Picard season 2 coming in March now, a little bit later, but not too far off. How are you guys feeling about that? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.